Hey guys, I'm Chris, and this is the longest way AMA. I walked from China to Germany, and I'm here to answer your questions. And honestly, it feels a bit weird to say I walked from China to Germany. I mean, I know I did, but it feels like I gotta remind myself sometimes that really happened. Also, I wanted to apologize because I disappeared for like 2 months. Like I start this whole AMA, ask me anything, and then I'm like, bye, not gonna reply. I'm sorry. I was busy and I didn't have the energy, but I'll try to be better. So, here's the fifth question. It's by That Dog Stealing People videos on YouTube. And the avatar is a dog wearing a little hat, and I find that adorable. So, the question is, which country was the hardest to walk in, and what did you encounter that made the walk into the country difficult? Which one was the most difficult country on the longest way? No contest. Definitely Turkmenistan. That's my answer. Turkmenistan. Many places were difficult for many reasons, but Turkmenistan, man, they took the cake. That place was so difficult. You can ask anybody who's ever been there, or you can ask one of those many people that have tried to get there and failed. There's surprisingly many people. Turkmenistan does not want to have visitors, or rather, not the country. The people are very nice there, but the government, the dictator, he would much rather have a little Turkmenistan with no visitors. Nobody comes in, nobody goes out, and he just does his own thing there. Which I guess would be, I was going to say fine, but it would never be fine. No. But it would be more practical if Turkmenistan was actually an island or like on Mars or something. But it's not. It's right in the middle of the Silk Roads connecting Asia and Europe. It's in Central Asia between Uzbekistan and Iran. And if you're like me in 2017 and you're on the longest way and you're like, I'm going to walk from China to Germany, and you get to Uzbekistan and you want to get to Iran, you have three options. The first option is Afghanistan, which I didn't find so safe. The second option is the Caspian Sea, which meant swimming, which I didn't want to do. And the third option is Turkmenistan, which means, well, good luck, because they do not want to have any visitors. I tried getting a visa for Turkmenistan. I tried 3 times with my passport. I made a little copy. I sent it in. I filled out all the stuff. I even went there with a travel agency. 3 times I got rejected over months. And then after the 3rd time, I took that passport and I went to the German embassy in Kyrgyzstan and I told them about the problem and I told them about a suspicion that I had, that I thought maybe that passport, for whatever reason, had ended up on a blacklist in Turkmenistan. So maybe they could help me out. And the German embassy was very nice. They gave me a second passport, a clean one with a different number. And I tried once more with that passport. And hallelujah, I got that visa. Like, man, took me like 5 months of waiting, sitting on my ass and filling out applications and sending in the stuff and then getting rejected. And I remember that day when I got that visa, I got so wasted. I was in this little village on the shores of Issyk, and I would sing and dance in my room, and then I went outside and started hugging people. And I was like, I'm going to Turkmenistan. And they're like, what do you want there? It was weird. Anyway, I get the visa, and then I find out there's 3 more problems. Because Turkmenistan is not easy. It's not just because you got the visa that everything is going to get easy. No. First problem is Turkmenistan is almost exclusively desert. So that doesn't make walking very, very easy. There's roads, but it's desert roads. That's the first thing. Second thing is the Turkmen government, they do not want to have individual travelers. They want to have tour groups with tour guides that can have an eye on them. So I became a tour group, a one-man walking tour group, which meant I had a driver and a tour guide who were with me in a car. And they would just follow me in their car at all times. They turned out to be very nice. We had a lot of fun, but it was weird being a tour group of one guy. And the third question, or the third problem, was that the Turkmen government, when they gave me the visa, apparently, they looked at the map and they figured, from Uzbekistan to Iran is about 550 kilometers. Let's give him 15 days. That should be enough. You should be able to do that in 2 weeks, which I guess, yeah, if you're very athletic, sure. I'm not very athletic. Also, I was very out of shape after just sitting on my ass and waiting for that visa for 5 months. So, man, that was tough. That was so tough. On the desert road with the driver and the guide in their car, and me just being exhausted day after day. We had one resting day in the middle, which was very nice, but the rest was just 35, 35, 35 kilometers every day. It was very tough, very difficult. And on the last day, when you're like, okay, like I can see Iran, who shows up? The secret police. The Turkmen secret police on the last day, they're like, who are you? And what are you doing? And I'm like, don't you know? Like, after all of this, don't you know? It was weird, but I wouldn't want to miss it. Turkmenistan, honestly, is a fucked up place politically, but the people are very nice there. Random encounters on the desert roads, very nice people. It's very beautiful too. There's some ruined cities. The desert is just magical, and the night skies. I have never seen night skies as brilliant as those in Turkmenistan. It's like you lay down at night on a sand dune and you look up and you can feel that the planet is round behind you because the universe just looks so three-dimensional. It's absolutely beautiful. And you're cut off from everyone because I didn't have a satellite phone. I had a regular phone with a SIM card, and that doesn't work in Turkmenistan. So it was just me in that weird place in the desert, snakes, spiders, my tour guide, the driver, and the stars. And it was magical. So most difficult place, and also kind of my mental happy place for some reason. Thanks for the question. Thanks, that dog stealing people videos. Oh, you don't steal my video. No, this one you can steal, please.